Previously, on keeping up with the Kenya Kwanza government.
Should President William Ruto trust Mount Kenya?
Mimi kwanza nataka niseme asante sana, mumetukaribisha engineer.
If the president thought his Mount Kenyan tour had cooled the political tempers in the region, he might want to check his thermometers again. Or better yet, ask his ally, Mathira MP Eric Wamumbi, who barely made it out of Kirinyaga County with his dignity and limbs intact. Just 4 days ago, the commander-in-chief was sipping tea and collecting smiles across the Central Highlands. Welcomed with open arms and perhaps even a few goats, the president might have left feeling like the prodigal son returned. But honestly, politics is such a mannerless creature. It can leave you in the desert with no water, and Mount Kenya knows this all too well. April 9th wasn't just another Tuesday in Kirinyaga County. It was Judgment Day for Ruto's camp. The reception was less karibu mheshimiwa and more arriving at the burial with the swag of a man still basking in the president's spotlight. Wamumbi expected a hero's welcome. After all, just a few days prior, he was feted by the very same crowd while in the president's entourage. They came to bury the dead, not to resurrect political grudges, or so the clergy had hoped. The clerics issued a firm but polite decree to all politicians present. No politicking here. This was a funeral, not a campaign trail. And for a moment all seemed calm, respectful, even promising, until Eric Wamumbi took the stage. You see, Eric Wamumbi isn't just another mourner in the crowd. He was a son of the soil, an MP, and more importantly, in his view, a trusted confidant of the commander-in-chief. To him, silence wasn't golden, it was betrayal. And so, like a grim reaper dressed in a suit, Wamumbi seized the mic and threatened to walk away with the political swords of President Ruto's enemies. The mournful calm cracked the moment he cleared his throat. Instead of tributes for the deceased, he launched into a full-throttle eulogy for President Ruto, followed by a scathing political obituary for one Rigathi Gachagua.
Hajamsaidia na kitu. Na sisi kama watu wa Madera hatuungi Rigathi Gachagua mkono. Sababu aliachilia huyu mama. Alimtumia akawachilia. Na hiyo ndio ukweli. Hiyo ndio ukweli. Na sikize, sisi kama watu wa Madera hatuungi msimamo wa Rigathi Gachagua.
Wamumbi opened fire. Gachagua, he proclaimed, had become the enemy of progress in Mount Kenya ever since his political downfall. The clergy, who until this point had been basking in the calm, were visibly caught off guard. One could almost hear the collective gasp among the mourners.
Acha niwaambie. Hiyo ndio ukweli na ukweli wa mambo.
As he continued to rain down verbal grenades on Gachagua's legacy, the clergy attempted a tactical rescue, advancing towards the mic like peacekeepers in hostile territory. But Wamumbi, now fully possessed by the spirits of political combat, stood his ground. He waved off the interruptions with the righteous indignation of a man who believed Central Kenya's salvation lay in his truth-telling tongue.
Ukweli wa mambo, acha nimalize. Ukweli wa mambo. Na ile acha nimalize father. na mimi ni wa Madera, hakuna mahali mnaweza nipeleka. Ukweli ni kwamba Rigathi Gachagua hajasaidia huyu mama, na hiyo ndio ukweli. Rigathi Gachagua hajasaidia huyu Kirinyaga, na kama amesaidia akuje aseme hapa amemsaidia wengine. Rigathi Gachagua ametumia huyu mama na hajamsaidia na kitu, na sisi kama watu wa Madera hatuungi Rigathi Gachagua mkono, sababu aliachilia huyu mama, alimtumia akamwachilia.
The mourners caught between grief and unexpected entertainment slowly split into camps, some cheering, others cringing.
Hiyo ndio ukweli. Na sikize, sisi kama watu wa Madera hatuungi msimamo wa Rigathi Gachagua.
And while Wamumbi gained applause from a section of the crowd, he didn't know that the wind had already blown, and the anus of the chicken at this time was exposed. And the more he talked, the more the bereaved family felt disrespected, leave alone Gachagua's followers who are now assembling their troops for an offensive.
Msaidia na kitu, na sisi kama watu wa Madera hatuungi Rigathi Gachagua mkono, sababu aliachilia huyu mama, alimtumia akamwachilia. Na hiyo ndio ukweli. Hiyo ndio ukweli. Na sikize, sisi kama watu wa Madera hatuungi msimamo wa Rigathi Gachagua.
By now the clergy had retreated to the sidelines, prayer beads likely clenched tight. All they could do was watch and hope that Wamumbi's uppercuts didn't ignite a full-blown brawl at the burial ceremony. Wamumbi had swaggered onto the podium believing he had the crowd eating out of his hand. What he didn't realize was that the real feast was being quietly prepared. He was the main course and vengeance was the seasoning. While Eric was busy basking in the imaginary applause, the aggrieved in the audience were calmly assembling the machetes. Then came the speech that crossed the Rubicon.
Hatuungi msimamo wa Rigathi Gachagua. Hiyo ndio tunasema.
The moment Wamumbi opened his mouth for a second round of attack, the atmosphere shifted immediately. The mourners charged not with words but physically, and for a chilling moment you could feel it in the air. Someone was about to be transferred to the land of the dead anytime. On one side, the political mourners rose to defend the sanctity of the dearly departed. On the other side, Rigathi Gachagua's diehard followers, gasping for air from Wamumbi's jabs, had had enough. This was no longer burial, it was a battleground with floral arrangements. Poor Eric Wamumbi stood frozen at the center of this emotional landmine, surrounded and outgunned. His options, 3 and none particularly appealing. Number 1, zip it and respect the burial vibes. Number 2, keep Gachagua's name out of his speeches. Or number 3, be made an example of how not to behave at a funeral. Before he could say no comment, his bodyguards executed a rescue mission on the spot. They snatched Wamumbi out of the jaws of this angry mob, narrowly avoiding what could have turned into a tragic headline.
Hatuungi msimamo wa Rigathi Gachagua. Hiyo ndio tunasema.
visibly shaken but never short on political drama, Wamumbi emerged defiant. "I will fight Gachagua to my last breath," he declared later, still breathing, albeit nervously.
Kwa mazishi na huyu Gachagua hajasaidia huyu mama, ametumia huyu mama alafu anamwachilia, alafu anatuma wajinga hapa Borango na Kashedi wakuja waharibu mazishi. Nimewaambia hapa hakuna kuharibu mazishi, na ndio maana nimewasema saidia huyu mama na watoto wake, na huyu mama amekuwa kutumiwa na Rigathi Gachagua, alafu anatuma vijana hapo wakuje kuditisha. Mimi sitishwangi au vijana wake anatuma hawapange vizuri.
On the flip side, Gachagua's allied MPs wagged fingers and declared politics strictly off the menu at burials, though one could argue the event had already served up a full-course political buffet.
Mazishi hakuna siasa. Wote wameongea na hapa tuko Kirinyaga. Tumekumbali ili tusikane kwa amani. Mwenye amekuja kutusi watu ni Wamumbi, na ndio unaona sasa umekasirika, ukamwambia keti.
Sika sana marake tumekuja hapa tukaambiwa hakuna siasa kwenye mazishi na Father Paul, na tukakubali sisi kama viongozi tukazungumza tukamaliza. Lakini yule MP wa Madira yule wa Mungu akachukua microphone
Niondo wa igogo na tafadhali mwetekere guikara niondo wa igogo tunaga kwambia igogo na kugira mtakiugo kwaja muikarele tafadhali ndamuhoya muikarele ya mundu na kono na timu tare ya kubere ya igogo na hii
Watu warudi nyuma.